Yes, praise the Lord. Welcome to this brief and wonderful session that I'm going to take us through even as we get to close the year. God has been so faithful, and we have come to the close of this chapter that we opened back in January, and now we are just about to open another new chapter. I just want to wish you people, God's people, a happy and prosperous new year. It's always prosperous. Every year is always prosperous. So it depends with how prosperous is it to you. Because some prosper in good things, some prosper in evil things. So it is always prosperous. So you must decide on how prosperous it shall be. But I wish you a happy new year, because we are just about to cross over. We just have like around a day and a half or some few hours to go. Then we shall be able to cross over into the new year. The year has been so great. So the purpose for this just to wish you the new year, and also to communicate a bit on what God has purposed and has placed in line with this coming season, as far as the kingdom is concerned and as far as his people are concerned. So that's why I've said with Happy New Year. So Happy New Year to you all, wherever you are, wherever you're watching from. And I don't want to wish you Merry Christmas, because Christmas is gone. So we are focusing now on Happy New Year. I hope you had a Christmas that was merry. If that Christmas was not that good, just bless the Lord. It is not, there's no award being given to how you celebrate Christmas. It's just how the day become relevant to you in all aspects and in all indications. How the day was successful and how the day was good to you. So whether you ate, you didn't eat anything, you just bless the Lord. You celebrate in the relevance of the day. All right, so Happy New Year. Now allow me to communicate a few things, and I'll try to be a bit reserved on some of the details, because some of these details are not supposed to be given as early as now, but they're supposed to take a while before they can be guaranteed to be easily received by men or by the church. There are so many things that the Lord has been speaking, and he has been communicating a lot of stuff. I want to try to be a bit reserved here. So I want to speak more about the kingdom and the church, because there's so much concerning the politics, the economy. I don't want to get there now, because there's so much details on that. Allow me to focus a bit on the kingdom, and I'll be so brief, because much of it is not permitted for now. I'm just bringing you to awareness, and that is why I'm having this session tonight. So I just want to bring this into your awareness. The year is becoming the incoming year is going to be a very interesting year, and we are going to witness a lot of the things of God. But these things, what shall bring the value of these things, or what shall begin to invoke these things, shall be more of the kingdom initiative. So it means that though there will be a will for the things of God to come to pass, but there will be a demand for the kingdom taste to find its way into all these things that men shall be able to do. It is by that degree that the kingdom shall be able to find a lot of influence, or the demand for that influence shall begin to be seen. And part of this demand is that men must come to the place of knowing God. So it means that you must come to the place of knowing who God is. There are different dynamics that begin to form part of awareness of men on how we begin to know who God is. Now mark that statement, that word, who God is. So it means that we must begin now to enter also in the place of these dynamics, that we must be formed the place of awareness of who God is. It can be so interesting that sometimes the one we think we know is not the one that really is, and the one that really is might not be really the one that you think you know. So that begins to take us back to the class of the Spirit, that the Holy Ghost must begin to teach us again on how to know about God. It is one of the primary assignments for the Holy Spirit to come and teach men on how to know more about God. Now I remember this morning the Lord was taking me back to the month of September, around 17th of September, and it was just daytime. I was just sitting somewhere in my car. Then the Lord tells me that I should look unto the sky. So I put my gaze on the sky. Then I see this cloud that is formed, and beneath the cloud I saw a horseman riding a horse. Then while this horseman was riding the horse under the cloud, on top of the cloud, above the cloud, there was a light that came and shone, a very bright and great light that shone above the clouds. Then while this horseman was riding, and this horseman was wearing something like deep navy blue colors. I'm not really certain of that color, because it was a very mysterious color code in that space. So this light shines above the clouds, and then the voice comes out and begin to speak. I'm trying to just make it as brief as possible, because it was a bit of an extensive conversation. So I have to make it a brief on what concerns this conversation tonight, right? So this light shines, then a voice comes out of this light and speaks to me, right? It tells me I'm the Lord, and my coming is very near, and I'm not coming in the time of men, but I'm coming in my own time. Then he says that I will set a precedent that shall go beyond before I come. I will set a precedent unto men before I come. And then he says that I'm going to stir up the hunger and the thirst unto my people, that they are going to hunger and thirst for me more than they've never done. Then he says that even them that have fallen away, don't give up on them, because most of them are going to come back. Now, then the rest are now my conversations. So why am I bringing this encounter to you? You see, I had it in September with the Lord, but I'm speaking of it now. Is because what is coming to pass, because what we're going to see in the coming year is that hunger is going to be stirred up, and there'll be a lot of thirst for Jesus. And this thirst for Jesus is not for them that who are willing to only do church, but this thirst for Jesus are going to be for them that are fully out for Jesus. It means that you must be committed. There must be a zeal. The zeal I'm talking about is not the usual aspect of a man saying that, see, I love Jesus and I can pray for long. No, the zeal is very different. How long, how much can you go for him? How long can you stay with him? These are part of the fundamental questions we are going to be asked in the pursuit of the things of God. And we must begin to understand how to distinguish the things of the Spirit and the things of God. The fact that you have aligned and interacted a bit with the things of the Spirit doesn't mean that now you have interacted more with the things of God. Though God is a spirit, but the realm of the Spirit is a vast realm that hosts so many other spirits other than God himself. So it's a realm that even you as a person, as a man, you belong to that realm as equally that you belong to the realm of the physical. So the things of the Spirit can pursue the things of the Spirit, yet the things you are encountering in that realm, right, are not really the things of God, but are the things of another kind of a spirit. So you may desire to be more in the Spirit, but have you ever asked yourself, are you more in God or are you more in the things of the Spirit? Because if you decide to find God, God will journey you in the same space of the Spirit realm. But in the same space of the Spirit realm, you find more relevance if you journey to pursue more of God than just pursuing the things and the awareness of the things of the Spirit. And now that's why the confusion comes in, because even demons tend to teach people the things that are of the Spirit, because this man came to seek of the things of the Spirit. So even demons rose in that stature and began to teach men some things that looked though they are of God, but they are not of God. So we must be so careful to distinguish the things we are moving into as far as our pursuit for the things of God are concerned. So the year coming, you see, it shall need more seriousness, more fervency. I'm telling you before the Lord, there shall be a great falling away. But the word that we are talking about, that these people who you are trying to give up on, many of them shall come back, but the ones who are coming back are not the same ones who are going to fall away. We have to be so careful, because the falling away it will find that even them that existed in the now, most of them or majority of them will also tend to fall away. So there will be that great falling away, and that great falling away will be more deception, and this deception will be like the things of God are taking time. We need to move, let's get other solutions, let's get other alternatives. So as men seek for the alternative, their soul also departs from God, and that's the goal. We're going to see that much, and see even them who are in church, we're going to see a lot of things happening, that these men are present in church bodily, but in all essence, in the unseen, they are not present in church. Their commitment is under a different altar, under a different ball game. It's a whole different scheme, and we must be so careful how we are going to journey in that space. You must be so careful now going forward on how you're going to pursue this God. The days are gone for how men have been reluctant, how men have been so kept in the things of God, that you just pursue God because you just want to pursue him to be relevant. Gone are those days. We are going to see the rising of ministers, and we're talking about rising of ministers. I'm not just speaking about them who are coming up afresh, no, but I'm speaking about even them who have been there. There be a bit of amplification of the voices. So when I speak about the rising of these ministers, I don't speak about the coming of new ministers, no. I'm speaking about, you see, the existing ones. There are those ones whom God has hidden for his own glory. He has hidden these ones, and a time has come that majority of these ones, not all of them, but majority of these ones are going to be amplified. Their voices are going to be amplified, and anybody who shall come in contact or in engagement with their sound shall find also the relevance in that essence. So there's be a bit of amplification, and there must be a unification of the fathers and the sons. So we have seen battles going on, how the fathers get to fight the rising of the sons, and the sons get to fight the setting of the fathers. So we have been seeing all that wrangles going on, who's best, who's good, who's best. But you see, what the Spirit of the Lord demands is the unification of these two generations, whereby the young shall be also look unto the old, while the old shall also shepherd and be built by the young. So the old is not going just to be the old leading as per se, but it's also going to be the old also learning from these younger ones, and the younger ones shall also find a step or a route through the old ones, even as they learn in certain things. So there shall be an all-round learning of generations, or in generations, as far as God is concerned. So that learning is going to take place, and we must be ready to embrace them that have come before us. For the young ministers like myself, we must be ready to embrace those who have come before us, and those also who have gone ahead of us. You must also be willing to look back and hold our hands and pull us up. That unification is a demand. Is not an option. All right, that wasn't an option. It's a part of the demand. Right, it's part of the demand. So we must be able to key into that factor, because that is what's going to be also form part of the necessities in the incoming days, because we are going to need that to be able to push the agenda of the kingdom. So the kingdom is going to be much of a demand, and we must be ready for that. 2 days ago, I was just having a moment in my house. I was just sitting on the couch. Then I'm being carried into this vision. Then I see myself. I was in a point whereby I was trying to be forced to align into something. And while that was going on, I saw myself standing on a cliff, and everywhere where I was standing was light, but down the cliff was darkness. So the moment I set myself on that cliff, down the cliff, I began to see the shining of lights. It was shining like different spots of lights. Then these spots of light kept on growing. It's like they kept on expanding in the distance, or in the length in which, or the length and the width in which they used to occupy. So it expanded, and that expansion is what began to cause part of this thing. Sorry guys, that expansion began to cause part of all these things. So that light is going to shine, and the shining of that light shall be part of what shall cause a lot of this rising. So we are going to see that a lot, and we must be ready to witness what the Lord is trying to build, even in the space of man. So the need of the kingdom is going to be so much. That need is going to be so much. That need, I don't know if you understand this thing. That need is going to be so much. That need is going to be so much. How ready are you? How ready are you? Just let me put off this one, because I don't like the people are calling me. If you're calling me and you're live there, you're making a very silly mistake. Let's focus for now. So that need for the kingdom is going to be so much that the weaker ones are going to find it hard to survive this jungle, and the stronger ones are going to survive because they have mastered the art of surviving. Now, we are speaking about surviving not in the context of battle and trying to push for the limited resources, no, but this kingdom has so much. These stronger ones are going to be built not because of their muscles, but because of what they have as knowledge. Their maturity, their awareness of it is going to build up on such so much. So let's build for 2026. As I said, I'm trying to be a bit reserved on this conversation, not to pour into so much details into this conversation. There is so much that the Lord is banking on. There's so much that He cannot reveal unto men now until the appointed time comes. So that's why I say I'm going to be a bit reserved in all this conversation. Let's be so careful, because the days to joke with the true Spirit of God is gone. If you're going to stand as a minister, you must stand and minister in the truth of the Spirit. If you're going to stand before the Lord, then you must stand before the Lord in all genuineness, in all honesty. All right? That's why we are going to have that great moment. But unless we deal with some of the hiccups and some of the weaklings in the body of Christ, we are not going to survive this thing. Your pastor will not be relevant now. Your church will not be relevant when it comes to this kingdom matters, because some of these things are what is holding us ransom. We cannot pursue God because a man is standing before us. We cannot pursue God because our church is propagating a doctrine that pushes us back. So that's why in so many of these cases, we are not going to need these people who are going to stand as men of God before us, or women of God before us. And I'm not sorry to say that. I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing for that. Most of these people are the ones who have caused us to delay in pursuing the kingdom. And most of the doctrine, the church doctrines, have also enabled us to stay in the place of the cold. So we are not going to need such people. Only men who have mastered the art into the way of this kingdom are going to be permitted to guide a people into realizing this kingdom agenda or kingdom mandate. So the reality of the kingdom is going to be so much. It's going to be so much. It's going to be so much. It took me back to 2023. That was the transition to the year 2023, and he told me what the year was to be. And from that time, has been telling me 2023, he told me 2024, he told me 2025, told me, and now 2026 he has said it. And I think I will speak much about it tomorrow during the crossover. So that one's for the crossover. Reserved for the crossover. So those are already four. He has already spoken 4 times to me concerning the year and all these things. Now that I will speak about it during the crossover tomorrow. So we must be ready, because all these things, all the 4 times have kingdom involvement into it. In other words, the kingdom must be the primary aspect in the construction of that which he has given as a prophetic entrance into all these years. All right. So I want you to be charged. This year was for no joke. Jokers, you have to stay aside. Okay, I'm saying this not only to the body of Christ, but also to the people of Manifestos Ministries. We must be ready. The year coming is no joke. 2025, you had good time to be prepared. The Lord gave you time to wake up. You see, form yourself in mistakes, rise up above the mistakes. But now gone are those days. We are now entering into a very serious one. And as you people always know, those who have been sitting under my teaching, I'm always a freelance. You see, you're allowed to leave if the camp becomes so tough. If it becomes so tough, you're allowed to leave. You're allowed to depart. Is a permission I've given you. And I'm not afraid to remain with one, because we need such kind of people now who are not afraid to remain with zero. Oh, there are men whom their life is gone, so what they are living is Christ. They are living for the kingdom. They are living for Jesus. It is God that lives in them. So whether men depart, whether men stays, that's unto their loss. We know there are men you can live, and you leaving those men is not a gain to you but a loss to you. Now you have to be so careful now. So we are going to see that kind of a shifting of camps. I pray you be steady. Now, not only to MTM but the entire body of Christ, I pray you be steady. Be steady to be able to ground yourself into this perfection, because the Lord is going to trust the people who are more grounded than the people who are hypers. So be grounded, be grounded, be grounded. Let's speak so much about this during the crossover tomorrow, because there's a lot of weight into these things. There's a lot of weight into these things. All right? There's a lot of weight to these things. Out of weight. I know you have heard of ministers who have come, songs which have been produced, teachings which have been done, but we are yet more of the spontaneous teachings of the kingdom. All right? And we are about to see this even by songs aspect. By songs aspect. The reality of the kingdom is not that you have to force. You see, reaching out to the world is not you taking the form of the world to reach out to them. Reaching out to the world means that you stay steady in the form of the kingdom, yet you reach out to the world. And reaching out to the world in that manner does not mean that now you have to dress like the world, do things like the world, sing like the world, do songs like that, do preaching like the world, so they can bring them. It is not by what you do that convince them, but it's by the spirit that you carry that will convict them. So there's an aspect of convincing and there's an aspect of convicting. So what you do can just convince these people to come, but for how long will they stay convinced? Because being convinced is only for a while. We need men who can be convicted of that decision, not just convinced to make a decision. So we have to get there. So now, if you're going to reach out to the world, you don't really need to take the form of the world, and Jehovah is going to help us. You don't take the form of the world, but you need to take the form of the kingdom. That the kingdom will have an expression, though it's in the space of men. So I beseech all of us. I know you are hungry to reach out to the kingdom. Sometimes to reach out to the world. Sometimes it's not about you being hungry to the world. I know. Oh, I know. Before the Lord, it's not about you reaching out, that you're hungry to reach out to the world, but you know that the essence of these things, because you have a part of you that she still desires some darkness. So the darkness in you seems strong. We must be awake. We must be awake. We must be awake. All right, we must be awake. Is a time whereby every darkness light must shine, and this light must shine is the same light in you. So you have to know that if you have darkness in you, there's also light in you. So you're not fully darkness. you know you have to you must know that you have a light. All right. So happy New Year, and I want us to meet tomorrow in church. Let's meet tomorrow in church. All right. Let's meet tomorrow in church. Let's meet tomorrow in church. I'm giving you an apostolic foresight so that we get set even for the oncoming year. I know you people are prepared to write your resolutions, new year plans, new year all this, new year this, new year. Okay, you have promises you have made. You not do this year, you not do that this year. So I know those plans are there. We thank God for you that you have the plans, but I will tell you that those plans are very useless. They are very, very useless. They are very useless. They are very useless. Because I'm telling you, today is on Wednesday. Also, it's on Tuesday, and we are crossing over on Wednesday. Thursday shall be on 1st of January. I'm telling you, the day will just look like today, 2025. So there's nothing that's going to change. The same Monday you're going to have in 2026 is going to be the same Monday you had in 2025. So what has changed are not the days. What has changed is the calendar. All right, and the calendar changes because of the numbers within the calendar. We have reached the threshold in numbers, which is the 12 months. We have reached that threshold, so we change the chapter, the calendar, to another year. So it's just about the numbers counting. So the days will not change. The sun will keep on rising in the morning, setting in the evening, rising from the east going into the west, right? We shall be having the same people. Your neighbor shall be your neighbor unless something happens, they move, they relocate, or something just happens. The same people you're having today are the same people you shall have tomorrow. You're not going to breathe a special oxygen tomorrow. It is special oxygen today. Alright? So don't be so much pressure that the year is changing, you have not made so much, and next year you're having a plans to improve on. I've told you, and I repeat, those are useless plans. Relax. Just depend on God now. Okay? Because men tend to change on things, on programs, on institutional kind of logistics based on calendar. But God moves by seasons. So despite us changing the year into 2026 from 2025, doesn't mean that the season has not changed. So okay, I'm helping you. I know your pastor will tell you that the season has changed because the calendar has changed. Relax. That man is lying to you. What has changed the calendar? The season is yet to change. You see, I'm speaking like this with all honesty, not to please anybody here. So don't be cheated that the calendar said the season has changed. Uni mwaka wako, I don't know what. Relax. How many years have they told you that thing? That uni mwaka wako kubarikiwa, and you are still struggling and suffering. You see, you're also another silly one, because you depend on that guy so much until you are being used. These are yet to depend on God more than depending on that pastor. I told them I'm not going to apologize for this. It's a year that we need to depend on God more than we depend on men, that we depend on system built on by the hands of men. We must depend on God so much. So you and some of you, because you are too naive, you shall be there even on YouTube to follow one preacher from Nigeria, one preacher from South Africa, or whatever place you're following from. And then they'll be declaring things and be shouting aloud amen in your house. Then shouting aloud amen in your house, you keep on suffering. Because you are putting all your hopes on that man. Please, it's an year to we change the whole thing. Let's change the whole thing. You have done the same thing for years and nothing much has come out of it. Please, we need to change how we do it. And changing it means that you need to start seeking God more. It is not sinful to submit a man. It is not in vain to submit under a man. Seek of God by yourself. Alright? As you submit, seek of God. So they will tell you that this is the year for you to be blessed. But what is God telling you? What is God saying to you? Is important for all of us to listen to what God is saying. Probably some have changed the season. Probably some have not changed the season based on how God moves. It's so interesting how we begin to cage God to speak in an umbrella form. But you see, God is not just going to speak in an umbrella form because we want him to speak in that manner, but he's going to engage this conversation to individuals. So to some people in the calculation of God, they are yet to change the season. So to some people, the season probably will end next year around March or around July, June, while others, theirs is ended now, they are beginning another one. Some began a new season in October this year, and they are continued the next October. So you see, it's a bit of diverse kind of calculation based on seasons, because God moves and works with seasons and his own time. So we must begin to calculate that based on the time of God, not based on the demand for calendar. Alright? So the year is coming so strong, and we must be ready. The kingdom is seeking, the kingdom is calling. Are we ready to move ourselves into that kingdom? It's the time to do the kingdom, not just to do your normal Sunday service. It's about to do the kingdom, not just about hyping for conferences. It's about us doing the kingdom. I make all now, and I will still make it all through the year. So be prepared for my boring teachings. Be prepared for my boring push and my boring shoutings. That we need to do the kingdom than how you are being. Some of you are too faithful to those conferences than you are faithful to Jesus. You are too faithful to all these things. They are too faithful to the kingdom. You need to change that concept so God can help you. Yes, you need to change it. I know even now you are being, we have seen how many people have been publicizing their crossovers, doing road show, putting up billboards. We have seen all these things happen. Alright, and it's a good thing. I was tempted to do that thing, but the Lord said don't try that thing. We stopped. We were to do posters, to do all this publicization, but he said stop. Now and then he began to give me reasons as to why I need to stop. So I cannot give some of you, because some of you are not ready for that purpose. You are not ready. You are not. So when you are ready, we shall discuss those ones. But if you are doing those, you see, it's good to invite people to church, but don't overdo it. Sometimes even you overdo it, you make us question your motive. You make us, is it the kingdom that you are doing it for? Because most of you are not announcing that come for Jesus or come for the kingdom. You are not just announcing, oh, come for crossover, come and get your prophecy for the year, come and do all these things. So the kingdom is not there. And then you come in the name of the kingdom, but it's not there. It's not there. You are business moguls in this kingdom. Yes, you are business moguls. We know ways. We know your ways. All right. So I want us to be ready for the crossover. Take the little I've said, and let's meet on 31st for a wonderful time. So as I said before, I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. It's now time to labor for destinies, to labor for purpose. Let's meet tomorrow in church for the prayer night. We are having a night of prayer tomorrow from 8 p.m. here in church, and we are going to pray like nobody's business. All right, we are going to pray. So if you're going to join us, be ready. We might shout up in New Year at 6 a.m. I'm saying probably. So don't expect us to shout at 12. If 12 will find us sober to shout, we shall shout. Because if you find us not sober, we are lost in the spirit. The time we come back from the spiritual realm, we shall shout Happy New Year. To those who shall shout Happy New Year before us, Happy New Year in advance. All right. God bless you. God bless you. My name is Apostle Nimrod. See you at the crossover. See you in the year 2026, and the kingdom is calling. God bless you. Shalom.